Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series. This is the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144 from Worldwide Technology Raceway. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara, and in the booth with me, as always, David Lafano. David, how you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm not doing too bad. Good to be... Where is this? St. Louis, right? Is that where we're at?
Well,
St. Louis.
Yeah, we're
somewhere near there.
Madison, I believe, but that's close.
Yeah. Worldwide Technology Raceway, or formerly known as Gateway. I think it was Gateway International, maybe. It's been a while, but yeah, different track, unique track. Very slick and kind of hard to get around.
Yeah, this is it's a mile and a quarter, so 1.25 mile track. Track temperatures right now is showing at 131 degrees Fahrenheit. It is hot out there today. 84 degrees Fahrenheit ambient temperature, but that track temp is way up. And, talking with James a bit ago, says that the track is slick everywhere, and it's just a matter of trying to hold on to it out there today.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one. I mean, I think even with cooler temperatures, this track is very slick as it is. So put a little heat into that track, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming off of the Coca-Cola 600 last week, which I think we had Mr. Kenneth Pack was the winner there last week. Was he not, Dave?
Yeah, I believe that was Kenneth there last week.
Yeah, getting a victory in the 600. But your points as they stand right now, James Nelson is the points leader, followed by Eric Thornton. Kenneth Pack is in third. Curtis Sovereign's fourth. Gregory Robinson is fifth. Gregory Robinson is only trying to see, actually, is that the standings? Yeah, okay. So I was trying to see how far back he is. Not real familiar with their point system here, but looking for it. Well, I'm kind of lost on that one, Dave, so we'll leave it for now. But that is your top five in points. Just trying to see how far it was from first to fifth there.
Let's see what I can dig up here. Cup points. Here we go. So your leader right now, like I said, is James Nelson. Let's see. Back through the top five, or about 29 to 30 points separate the top five right now in points.
Yeah, so it's a close battle. Now we know that this is following NASCAR points rules. So basically, if you get a win, you're in as long as you've completed the minimum amount of races, as well as the points are going to reset minus the stage points that you get at the end of each stage. And for winning a race, you get bonus points into the championship rounds that you'll carry with you. Other than that, everybody's going to get reset in the top. I believe, what is it, 16 or is it 12 here?
I don't know what they do here. I assume they're doing top 16, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so everything should get reset moving in. The only thing that will carry over is all your playoff points that you earn. So each stage you win is a playoff point. You win a race, that's 5 playoff points. So those will carry over, and with those drivers going into the first round there of the playoffs.
Yeah, so the stages here tonight. Stage 1 is going to end at lap 27, with stage 2 ending at lap 84. This is of 144 laps here tonight. They can get about 41 to 46 laps, I believe, on fuel, is what we've been told. So should be really interesting. Obviously they can make it through stage 1, but from stage 1 to stage 2, they're going to have a green flag pit stop in there, Dave.
Yeah, so it's a little bit shorter race, I believe, than they typically run, is it not?
It's 144 laps. You're still looking at, I think it's still 60% of the regular race here, because this is only a 300 miler here, I believe.
Okay.
I know it's a very short race, but we're going to go ahead and get on to our pre-race ceremonies and get about ready to kick qualifying off here in about 15 seconds. So we're going to jump over and get that taken care of. We'll be right back with you. Please rise if you're able and remove your hat as the United States Navy Band performs our national anthem. huge thank you to the United States Naval Band for their rendition of our national anthem, and for the boys flying over up ahead in the skies there. We enjoy it every single time. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. You're watching the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series, the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144. We'll get into that a little later, folks. But right now, qualifying is getting underway here at the track. Sauburn is your quickest thus far with a 35.51. Tyrone Yo timing in second right now with a 35.81. Gregory Robinson jumps to second with a 35.72. So we're here watching Tyler Nelson as he makes his laps here. Kenneth Pack times in his first lap with a 35.79. A little trouble for the 85 there. Chris Esri jumps to the top, wow, with a 35.24. So he's currently the fastest over Curtis Sauburn's 35.61. So almost 4/10 different there.
Yeah, that was a good lap there for Chris.
Yeah, Zulu's first lap was a 35.70 to put him P3. Michael Boone rocking his McDonald's machine out here, coming up to speed to take his first lap. He's got that Bubba Wallace paint on tonight. He lost a bet, and doesn't care much for Bubba Wallace, but he lost a bet. That's why this is the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144. Let's see if he can turn around that bad luck and get a good start here for the Bubba Boones Bad Bet. His name's on the race, Dave.
Yeah, something a little special for tonight.
Zulu clocks in with the 35.50 to take over that second position. That puts Curtis Sauburn back to third. So we see the Golden Arches coming off of turn 4 to take the first lap. Who gets it real loose off the corner, comes down toward the inside wall. His first lap will time in at a 36.09. That's 11th quickest, not what Michael Boone was looking for. I was going to call him Bubba Boone, but I'm probably going to get in trouble for that one. He's the only car on the track at the moment is Boone. We'll see if he can improve his first lap time of a 36.09. Rick Evans, Tommy Osborne, and Clayton Cyrus have yet to take a lap. And Boone improves his position 1 with a 36.02. That puts him ahead of Michael Bovair. Moved Michael Bovair to 11th. All right, looks like the last 3 drivers, Rick Evans, Tommy Osborne, and Clayton Cyrus, have elected not to take a lap. And we'll start at the tail of the field. As we look back across the top of the stands there, you get a great view of the Gateway Arches off in the distance. As Dave said, we're right outside of St. Louis, Missouri. As your pole sitter is Chris Essery in the number 22 Ford. He'll lead us off of pit road, or lead us off to the green flag, if I can get myself together here. As cars are now starting to grid, we'll hop down there and check out some of these paint schemes. Run through the field here right quick. Chris Essery in the number 22 Pennzoil Ford will lead us off in first position with Zulu on the outside lane in the number 98 Pink and Black Toyota. Third will be Curtis Sauburn in his Castrol Edge number 6 car with Gregory Robinson in the 3 Huck Machine. Starting fourth, James Nelson will start fifth in his Auto Serve Ford. Kenneth Pack to his outside in the number 16 Prisma Health Machine. The number 2 of Tyrone Yo starts in row 4, inside of row 4. I had to do some math there, and that was weird. It with Greg Barnett to his outside. Row 5, Tyler Nelson to the inside with Bubba Boone starting the outside of row 10 or 5 in 10th position. Michael Bover will start 11th with Michael Kerjelak in the 41 to his outside. The 05 of Clayton Cyrus and Tommy Osborne will make up the final row. Rick Evans did not make the grid. But we're about to get this thing underway for 144 laps here in the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144 for the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series. Again, I'm your host, David Hara. With me, as always, Dave Lafano. We're bringing it to you right here for the Sim World Racing Network. Thanks for joining us, as always, and we hope you enjoy the race tonight.
I'm dealing with a little bit of difficulty. I'm trying to get that straightened out.
And usually it's me, folks, so we'll cut Dave a break. What do you think? As they bring them out of pace car, brings them out of turn 4. Pace car dips off to pit road. Barney in the flag stand will give us the green flag here just shortly. Green flag is out. We're underway as they head down into turn 1. Looks like 22 got a little bit of a slow start, and Zulu was able to kind of, I don't know if he beat him to the start there or not. Zulu, on the outside, gets loose. Slips up the track. That's going to allow the 6 of Sauburn to come through and take over the second position. Now the 75 of James Nelson working to the inside of Zulu. It looks like Zulu just got into the turn just a little too much. It slipped up the track on him, kind of lost the nose, and lost a couple of positions due to it. So Kenneth Pack is now working on him to take over the 4th position, along with the 3 of Robinson. Esri takes him through turns 1 and 2. Exits 2, James Nelson moves up to that 2nd position, gets around Curtis Sauburn, put him back to 3rd. Kenneth Pack 4th, Zulu in 5th, trying to hold off the 3 of Robinson here. Good battles. Robinson gets down onto the rumble strips just a bit and loses that momentum. The 38 of Barnett now trying to look to the outside of the 3, can't get it done quite yet. Heading off down into turn 3. Battle heating up for the 3rd position as Curtis Sauburn currently holds it. 16 of Pack looking to take it away. Now Pack's kind of backed off just a little bit, about 3 cars, as the 6 begins to work on the 75 of James Nelson. Single foul throughout the field. Now you see Boone making some moves, trying to get around, or gets around Bover. Side-by-side battle for 2nd place. 75 of James Nelson working that outside with the 6 trying to get to his inside. Really hard to make passes on the inside here, as the car just seems to get slick, and you need the entire track to kind of slip and slide up to the wall on exit a lot of times.
Yeah, kind of single file now through the field. Not much going on. They've all kind of got in line and run some laps. Something happened to the 75 of James Nelson as he's dropping back.
I'm not sure what happened with Nelson. We'll see. It looks like I'm getting reporting that he went off track, but see if I can find out what happened there. So we see Nelson heading off. He really checks up on the entry there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like the exit. Oh, yeah, he just gets really loose, gets down into the grass, smacks the tail of it, just barely, no damage. Just barely taps the tail of it on the wall, but lost all of his track position. I mean, he fell all the way to almost to the complete rear of this field. It'll be fun watching that 75 as he navigates back up through this. Took it a little while to respond. The server is responding a little slow tonight, folks. Apologize for that.
Yeah, I'm having a few issues with the server myself, but Chris Essery now out to almost a second lead here over Curtis Auburn.
Battle here with the 41 and the 3. Looks like it's kind of our closest little battle on the track. They're still separated from by about 3 car lengths, but there for a minute looks like they were going to try to work something. The 41 running a bit of a higher line than the 3 is through 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2. I get these corners mixed up just like I do at Darlington. I wonder why.
Yeah, I like to always say if Darlington and New Hampshire Motor Speedway had a baby, this is what it would have made.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. You got that for sure. '75 trying to work around the 1. Tommy Osborne to take over the 12th spot, and does. Starting to march his way back up through the field. It's James Nelson now behind Baby Nelson. It's Babyface Nelson behind Baby Nelson. No, I shouldn't call him that. Younger Nelson, but Babyface Nelson behind Younger Nelson. James Nelson rocking that auto serve paint scheme. If you're in the Charlestown, West Virginia area and need some service done to your vehicle, a little tune-up, maybe some new spark plugs or oil change, head on over to Auto Serve in Charlestown, West Virginia, and get your service done there. They'll take good care of you. S3 holding on to about a half a second still, Dave. Really no gain. Actually losing a little to Curtis Sauber now. Sauburn's starting to run him back down just a bit.
Yeah, just a few laps ago, it was up close to a second. Now it's down to 0.4 of a second. So Curtis Sauber definitely running Essery down here a little bit in the early going.
Yeah, last time by, Curtis Sauber was about a 10th and a half quicker. And even faster than Curtis was Kenneth Pack in 3rd position. So, yeah, still a little distance for Kenneth to make up to get back in this thing, as he's some 1.6 seconds behind our leader. Still faster than both the 2 cars in front of him, but Curtis Sauber is on a mission to catch this 22 and take over this lead. And as we're coming, just a bit closer, we're almost halfway through this first stage, as the first stage will end at the conclusion of lap 27. That's when we'll hand out the points, the valuable stage points that you receive, and also you get those bonus points for winning a stage going into the playoffs at the end of the season. So you definitely want to try to win this thing.
Yeah, those playoff points mean a lot here, as Curtis Auburn still gaining a little bit closer now, down to 0.2 or about 2 car lengths here behind Chris.
Yeah, we're going to stick with this battle for now, Dave. Just I don't want to go too far through the field anywhere and miss this this battle for the lead.
Yeah, as we both know here, it's one thing to catch somebody. It's a totally other thing to pass somebody here. Passing is pretty difficult at this track, so comes at a premium, I guess I should say.
Yeah, and keeping an eye on James Nelson. He's moved around Tyler Nelson, moved himself into the 10th position now. As we see Curtis Sauber really get to the back of that 22, he's running that little bit higher line, and it seems to be working for him.
Yeah, looking back through, Kenneth Pack still consistently a little bit quicker than your leaders here, sitting back in the 3rd position, down to about a second and a half behind this battle.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's too early, Dave. This is a very line-sensitive track. Oh, as the 6 gets loose off the
Ooh.
corner and smacks the inside wall. Kenneth Pack's going to get around. 6 continues on. No caution flag. Doesn't leave. You can see a little bit of damage there to the right side of the car. Or, sorry, the left side of the car. It's not terribly bad. Just a little bit of fender damage there. And some scraped up paint scheme. But nonetheless, he was able to keep going and didn't lose a whole lot. It could have been a lot worse. You know, we saw what happened with James Nelson as he went into the grass. So, fortunately for the 6, he might have caught the wall, but at least he was able to keep that track position. You know, lost 1 position.
Yeah, and with a stage caution coming up, he'll have time to get the damage, whatever damage there, fixed, and get on his way.
The 2 car up and into the wall just a bit. He loses. He didn't lose. I think he was battling Boone for the 8th position. Got up into the wall and is falling back now into the grasps of the 75. 75 right to the rear bumper. Now looking to the inside of the 2, trying to make it stick on the bottom. It's door to door as they come off of turn 3. Oh, the 3 is around sideways. The 75 catches the side of the 3.
Oh boy.
No caution flag as it straightens the 3 back up. I don't know why there wasn't a caution. NASCAR officials are not on this thing. Gregory Robinson in a lot of trouble here as he's got severe damage. Left front tire locked up on that.
Looks like the yellow is out now.
Yeah, that must have had to throw a manual yellow because that. Yikes. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened to Robinson. Passes Tyrone Yo there. Let's see. Okay. Let's check here.
The 3 just gets loose off the corner. Just unfortunate nowhere for a couple of the drivers to go.
Yeah, you're right. He gets loose and tries to counter steer and goes nose first into the wall. The 2 and the 75 get a piece of it there. Wait a minute. So we're going to look at this again, but we want to go look from the in-car view if we got time to do it here. We'll ride on the helmet cam. This one. I think we're riding with the 1 right now, folks. This should be a heck of a view, guys. So he just hammers down off the corner. There's cars everywhere. Ay, ay, ay. Threads the needle, makes it through cleanly. Good job for the 1 of Tommy Osborne. As we have some drivers on pit road, we're going to try to get back to live view here. Barnett's off. Tyrone Yo is now pulling off. So James Nelson has pulled off. Gregory Robinson still down, getting some of that damage repaired. Or getting tires on it now. He may have got the damage. It looks like he may have used his fast repair because he has a nose on that thing now. I imagine he got the meatball flag the first time around. Nonetheless, we'll stay on the lead lap. Chris Essery is your leader, has led, I believe, nearly every single lap thus far. Kenneth Pack is second with Curtis Sauber third. The 98 of Zulu is in the 4th position with Michael Kerjlik 5th. Tyler Nelson 6th. Michael Bovair 7th. Greg Barnett in the 8th position. Michael Boone is 9th. Bubba Boone. With Tyrone in the 10th position. Tommy Osborne decided to go ahead and bring it on down. Misses his pit box. Has to back up. Clayton Cyrus on pit road as well. They're going to get tires on these things with only, there's 7 laps left in this stage. So this is a strategy call for sure. Really curious to see if these guys who pitted, you've got Greg Barnett's going to be the first one on fresh tires here. And he's restarting in the 8th position, Dave, with about 6 laps to go, I guess. 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how much the speeds have fallen off. And I really don't know that they've fallen off all that much. We saw the leaders still running. I thought they were still running 35-second laps.
Yeah, they were in that 35, 36-second window.
Pace car is off. Chris Essery brings us to the Geico restart zone and will be able to step on the loud pedal, and does. So gets a good jump. 16 able to hang right there on the rear quarter panel. Drops in line behind him as they head off down to 1.
Yeah, we'll see what the 16 that Kenneth Pack has right here on the early going on the short run. Like you said, just a handful of laps here before we'll get that stage break.
As Zulu able to work the outside lane there, Dave, and take 3rd position away from Curtis Sauburn. Now the 41 of Kerjelak trying to look to the inside of that 6 of Sauburn. 6 goes really high there. If he got the wall on exit, 41 is able to clear. Move Michael Kerjelak to 4th position. So we see the 38 with those fresh tires trying to look to the inside of the 48 of Beauvais. Greg Barnett is in 7th position currently. Clayton Cyrus and Tommy Osborne both coming back down pit road. Not sure if maybe they got a penalty. Coming in to serve that hold. That's unfortunate for those drivers.
Yeah, not too sure.
I don't know what the penalty is for not pitting the first lap around, Dave. Is that a stop? Is that a stop and go, or a 8-second hold or 15-second hold to me?
I'm not sure what it is, to be honest, but they're still both sitting in their pit box.
Zulu now to the rear bumper of the 16 of Kenneth Pack. As the 16 closes in on that 22. Now the 98 gets a good run off the corner. Tries looking to the inside. Can't quite get it done. See if he can get to the inside of the 16 going into 1. Can't do it. 16 high. Hits the wall. 16 just overcooks it on entry. Hits the wall. But it hits the wall again. Yikes. That slowed up to 98 considerably. Loses the position to Michael Kerjelak. Now move Michael Kerjelak to 3rd here in the late going to stage 1. Now looking to the outside of the 16. The 16's in trouble here, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know if that damage hurt much. He did hit pretty good a couple times. So we'll see. Now we get the 41 to the inside of him down here into turn. I guess that's 3.
Yes, Kenneth is loose off the exit just a little bit again. You can see him working that wheel.
It looks like he's got it back under wrap. He gained a little bit there on Chris Essery that time around. So hopefully not too bad there for the 16.
Beauvais with some damage to the right side of that vehicle, playing it down pit road. Your leader, Chris Essery, is out to 1.1, almost 1.2 seconds over the 16 Prisma Health Machine of Kenneth Pack. Michael Kerjelak in 3rd. Greg Barnett has made his way up into that 4th position with James Nelson getting around Zulu to take the 5th position. As we come to lap 27, at the end of this lap, folks, at the end of lap 27, once all the lap cars have crossed, we should get the caution flag. So we'll keep an eye on our leader. He's got 1.2 seconds, so we'll back it up just a little bit, see if we have any other battles ongoing here, as we see the 6 and the 3 battling for that 7th position. 3 looking to the inside, dives it deep, just really dives it in there. So as does the 5 of Bubba Boone. As the 6 is up into the wall. That's who Bubba Boone lost the bet to. Michael Boone lost the bet to the 6, I believe it was. little friendly wager there, and has to run the McDonald's car this weekend, which he doesn't care for much. So this became the Bubba Boone bad bet, 144. But your winner of stage 1 was Chris Essery with Kenneth Pack second, Michael Kerjlak third, James Nelson fourth, Greg Barnett in the 5th position, Zulu in 6th position, Gregory Robinson 7th, Chris Salburn 8th, Bubba Boone in 9th, and Tyler Nelson rounding out the top 10 and final scoring spot for the bonus points at the end of this race. So yeah, Tyrone Yo is the last car on the lead lap, and that number 2 machine is in 11th. No points, but you're still in this thing being on the lead lap. I believe our lucky dog will be Clayton Cyrus, but I believe he's 2 laps down at this point, so he'll get one of those laps back now.
Yeah, good recovery there for James Nelson as he finds himself finishing 4th there in the stage. So he had some trouble a little bit earlier, so good recovery for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after having that spin that kind of took him down and all the way to the rear of this field, Dave, you're right. That was a really good recovery. As we see all these drivers, with the exception of Gregory Robinson, hit pit road. Gregory Robinson stays out. Was last in on lap 18, so 11 laps ago. I don't know if he just missed. I can't imagine he missed it.
It says he was on pit road for 15 seconds, so maybe he took tires back on lap 18. I just didn't catch that. So
yeah, but that's quite a few laps ago, Dave. I mean, that's a long time now, because this second stage you're going to run out to lap 84. It will end at the end of lap 84 as we see right sides only on the 75. He gets off pit road first. Michael Boone with right sides only gets off second. 22 of Chris Essery, your stage winner, will leave in the 3rd position from pit road, but he's the first with 4 tires.
I do kind of like the move there for 2 tires for James and Michael Boone. We know track position means a lot here at this racetrack, so we'll see how this plays out, but I kind of like that call for right sides only.
Curtis Salburn and Kenneth Pack both still on pit road. Not sure.
Yeah, I think Curtis has been on the wall a few times, so he may be just trying to get some of that damage repaired along with Kenneth Pack.
Yeah, Kenneth has some still has a lot of damage to that right front there, or at least a bent fender. Maybe not a terrible amount. The 6 better get moving if he wants to avoid going a lap down here. Okay, it looks like he will beat the pace car. So, yeah, very interesting call here. We have the leader in the 3, took no tires, did not stop at all. You have the 75 and the 5 behind him, both on right sides only. And Chris Essery in 4th position here. He will restart in the 4th position with 4 fresh tires, and then Greg Barnett is 5th with Zulu in 6th, Michael Kerjlak 7th, Tyler Nelson 8th, Tyrone Yo 9th, Kenneth Pack back down pit road, as well as Curtis Salburn. Clayton Cyrus just left pit road. So it looks like Pack Pack's in to get more damage repaired to that right front. The whole right side of that car, basically. Curtis, I believe, is doing the same thing, although his car looks a little bit cleaner. Yeah, the front of the 6 car, 6 looks clean. I mean, it looks fast repair clean, to be honest. Still a little damage to the right front of the 16. I don't know that that's going to bother him too much here, Dave. It's flared out, but if anything, that might even help him. Sure. Well, he'd rather have that crease on the left side, catch some of that air and help it turn. But here, I don't know. I mean, it's so slick. Let's see what our current track temperatures are here. Yeah, 113 degrees is so it's cooled considerably. 84 degrees Fahrenheit still yet, but the track temperature appears to have cooled some to 113 degrees. That's still hot, still slick. Still going to cause a little problem. You got an 8-mile-an-hour wind that's pressing against these cars. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see here. I'm really curious to see what these tires are going to do. How long these guys on no tires and 2 tires can hold off that 22, who's been fastest so far as he's led every lap up until this stage break.
We are about to find out.
Three is off, heading down into 1. The 3 definitely got the start that he needed to get. Michael Boone is already lost the position to the 22. So move Chris Essery back to 3rd. Now looking to the inside of the 75. The 2 tires isn't enough to hold him off. Will the no tires be any better? Or does fresh air really mean that much? Clean track in front of you. The 22. Now the inside.
I think we got our answer there.
Take no prisoners.
Yeah, you got the 98 of Zulu working underneath the 75. Gonna grab that position. Oh, maybe not. 75 is gonna battle back on the outside.
Esri was able to take over that top spot from Robinson in the 3. Oh, 98 gets a little loose, gets into the side of the 75 just barely. 75 able to hold on to it. But losing a lot of spots here. 85 now looking to get inside of babyface Nelson. Oh, 75 back into the wall. Now the 2 of Tyrone Yo looking to his inside. Yeah, he's wishing now he would have taken the 4 tires, I'm thinking. Is the 05 of Clayton Cyrus looking to get around him as well. Curtis Sauber has hit pit road again. Exiting pit road now. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he's now a couple laps down. At least a lap down to our leaders. I'm going to see if I can catch any damage on the right side of that machine, and I don't see any, so I don't know exactly what happened there, Dave. As Gregory Robinson's still holding on to that top spot, Chris Essery must have had a problem in the 3 able to get back around. He missed that as well. Let's see if I can find a replay of that pass. Yeah, not seeing it here. But yeah, let's see what we can go back and see what this pass to retake the lead. Not the view I really wanted, but see if we can. Maybe we'll see what happens in front of the 3 to this 22. Had a considerable lead here. Yep, 22 just gets a little bit high, gets it loose, was able to hold on to it. It happens twice, and the 3 is going to drive on by. Now the 22 looking back to the inside of the 3 of Robinson as they head down into 3. Side by side, down the front stretch. The start-finish line, it's still in the possession of the 3 as your leader. Now the 22 looks like he's going to complete the pass here off. Does he get clear? Wow, that was close. 3 still thought he was going to get a run back there. Wasn't able to close it. Essery closes the door. Now the 98 looking to the back of the 3. There's Michael Kurgelak coming into the conversation as he's trying to look to the outside of the 98 of Zulu. 98, 41 as they head off of 2. 41's going to get it with the momentum on the outside lane. Now the 98 and 3 are battling for the 3rd position. Give it to the 98. Yeah, the three is on no tires. He hasn't taken tires since lap 18. I say no tires, but he obviously has tires on the car, folks. But yeah, hasn't taken fresh tires. Oh, was that? Who do we have in the wall there? Michael Kurgelak, I believe. No caution flag. Stays green. Kurgelak hard into the inside wall, it looked like. We're going to go back and take a look at that. See exactly what happened to this 41 machine. So he goes to the flag stand there, heads off into 1. Yeah, the car washes high there through 1 and 2. Really high exit, and just loses the rear end down through the grass. Oh, manages to avoid that wall. Great job by the 41. Out of the corner of my eye, when I saw it live, I thought he hit that wall. Great job by Kurgelak. May have lost a lot of time and in a lot of track position there, but man, did he save that car from having a big bad mistake. As Greg Barnett is looking to take over the 3rd position from Greg Robinson. Oh, as they touch, Greg Barnett slips up the track, runs into the side of the 3. The 3 able to stay out of the wall. Doesn't look like he has too much damage. Now he hits the wall.
Yeah, a little bit off the wall there.
So much action all around this track, Dave, as we see Bubba Boone moving into the conversation all over the back of this 3 all over the back of the 38. 75 is laying back there in 6th position, watching all this unfold. Waiting for his opportunity to pounce on these drivers in front of him. Your leader is still Chris Esser. He is out to 3.2 seconds over Zulu. Back at this battle here. Barnett gets a little bit loose off the corner, I believe, and the 5 of Boone able to get around him. Now the 75 looking to the outside of the 38, can't get it done, gets a little loose up there. Now 38 looks back to the inside of Bubba Boone. That Night Owl So's number 38 machine gets around the McDonald's car. So keep your chicken nuggets. I'm going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know. As the 16 of Kenneth Pack is moving into the conversation as well as he's closing in on the back of James Nelson. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. We're watching the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series for the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144 here at Worldwide Technology Raceway, otherwise known as Gateway, right outside of St. Louis. 16 of Kenneth Pack, right on the back bumper of the 75 auto serve machine of James Nelson. We had a little battle going on there. Timing kind of showed me something different, but that's okay. Tyrone Yo having trouble on the backstretch there, exiting 2, gets it down into the inside and then kind of sliding it sideways toward the outside wall. Able to get it under control. No caution. Lap 47 of 144. We're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. Just like Fox News or like Fox Broadcasting, I step away and there's a caution flag. See if we can go back and see what happened with. I believe it might have been Michael Kurgelek there. No, see, Michael Bovair had some issues. As everyone's through pit road, Tyler Nelson stays out. 48 just loses it there off the corner. Locks it down. And then goes to accelerate, and it just shoots him over off that little offshoot there. He's over there. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. There's a porta-john there. Not really sure. It's unfortunate for Bovair. He gets going again, brings out the caution flag. So Chris Essery wins the battle off pit road. Greg Barnett will come off second. Gregory Robbins third. Michael Kurgelak fourth. James Nelson fifth. Or I'm sorry, will be sixth. Fifth off pit road. Zulu came off pit road sixth, but in the seventh position. Michael Boone will be eighth. Clayton Cyrus is ninth. Tyrone Yo 10th. Kenneth Pack, just now leaving pit road, will be in the 11th position. Tyler Nelson is your leader in the number 85 Chevrolet there. Crutchfield Chevrolet. Tyler's going to have 20 lap older tires here. A little bit of a strategy play here, but with 34 laps left now, 33 left to go in the stage, I believe I would have pitted because you're going to need the fuel. I'm not sure. See, Nelson was down lap 29. Yeah, he cannot make it to the stage end here. But it gets the rookie a little bit of opportunity to be at the front of the pack, to kind of show what he can do as a leader, get a feel of what it's like to be at the front, and see what he can make happen.
Yeah, probably going to be a little bit of a sitting duck there without the tires, but it still feels good to be at the front.
Yeah, and if they get a quick caution, in the next 10 or 15 laps, he's going to lose all this position, but then he comes down for tires. These guys won't pit at that point, and he'll have some fresh tires to work his way back up through the pack. That's a lot of ifs. If this, if that. As my dad would always say, if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his butt on the ground. The one thing this does, though, it gives the 85, gives Crutchfield's Home Service their handyman repairs of all types. It gets them a little TV time. Being right up front here, a little opportunity to give a shout out to Crutchfield's Home Services. It's a way to go there, Tyler, getting that car up front. A little shout out there. And we try to do that evenly anyway. But, yeah, free estimates. Go get them.
Pace car is off. We're going to get this back underway.
Don't spin your tires, young man. Don't spin your tires. A little bit older tires. Let's see if he can get it going. Into the Geico restart zone. Oh, he does spin his tires. Stacks up the inside line. Greg Barnett kind of getting in the back of him there a little bit, but he's going to clear the 22, heading off into one. .22 Essery gives him a little bump on the exit of the corner. 85 able to hold on to it. Can't put yellow paint on a yellow striped bumper. The 3 now looking to the outside of Essery. 22 driving it right back to the rear bumper once again. Now going to look to the inside of the 85 as they head to the start-finish line. Give it to the 22 at the line.
Be 3 wide behind them. They thought better of that getting down into turn 1.
Yikes, the 38, yeah, had to push up right off the bottom there. Now the 3 gets a little loose. 75 moves to his outside. Now the 3 looking to the inside of both the 75 and the 85. Can't get it done. Loses the nose of that car. I thought we were watching our next caution flag there for a minute, Dave. 3 wide. 38 on the inside. 75 in the middle. 85 to the outside.
Oh, 75 backed out of it.
The 85 drove it in like really hard. Got a little bit of the wall. Now the 38 and 75 are looking to his inside. 3 had some issues falling back. Came down and hit the inside wall. Dude, there's cars all over this track.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get after it here on this restart, trying to get everything they can.
Got Bubba Boone now at the inside of the 85, followed by the 16 machine. Move Boone to 6th.
Now, while all that's going on, Chris Essery has slipped away to over a 2-second lead now over Greg Barnett.
Yeah, Barnett's in a tough battle right now with the 75 and the 41 right there on his tail. Tyrone Yo trying to fight off the 05 of Clayton Cyrus. Clayton Cyrus to the inside. Tyrone running the outside. 05 going to be able to get around and slide up in front of the 2 here on the exit. Now the 2 is going to try to power back on the outside. Can't get it done. 05 gets the position. Move Clayton Cyrus to 9th. .38 and 75 side by side for the second spot. 75 gonna take the position. Now the 41 moves to the inside of the 38. They touch. 38 may have touched the wall, or if he didn't, he scared it. That's for sure. Oh, I hear someone crashing back there. Michael Boone's had an issue, it appears. Boone is backwards on the track. Oh, no. Boone has had to tow that machine. No caution flag because he was sitting in the grass.
Tough break for him.
Let's see what happened to Michael Boone there. So we're watching the number 4 Bubba Boone or number 5 Bubba Boone machine here as he goes in a little bit high. Yeah, you get up high there. Now he's able to bring it back to the bottom. What happens? Yeah, right there on the exit, just loses it down through the grass, but it was all hard in the inside wall. Yeah, his car wasn't able to roll. There was no choice but to tow. Bad wreck for Bubba Boone here in the Bubba Boone bad bet on 44. Your leader is Chris Essery here on lap 61 and 144 for the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series. This is the Some World Racing Network. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're enjoying yourself, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bells. We have racing going on all the time here now. Tomorrow night, we will be running 500 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Katie Robinson Memorial 500. Be sure and tune in. It's going to be a great event. Going to raise a little bit of money. Now, you don't pay anything to watch. We're trying to raise a little bit of money for the Katie Robinson Memorial Scholarship over at LSSU. So, yeah, be a fun race. If nothing else, come join us. Chime in to the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. Going to be some different drivers than what you see here tonight, as well as a lot of the same drivers that you see here tonight running in that event. Should be a good time. So join us there tomorrow night. I believe it's going to be like 7:30ish. So Michael Kerjelak's about 3.2 seconds back of our leader. He's moved into that second position. Got around James Nelson. Moved James Nelson back to third. Greg Barnett is fourth. Kenneth Pack rounds out your top five. So, Dave, buddy, you've been out of town working your other job all week long, and
Yeah.
you get home for what, maybe an hour or two, and you're on your way to St. Louis to call a race, man. I mean, that's dedication. We appreciate you being here, bud.
Yeah, still dealing with some jittery stuff on my end over here, trying to work through it. Just nothing has worked, but trying to do the best I can here.
Well, you're doing a fine job as always. We do what we can do, man. At least your jitteriness can be seen by the folks at home. Where if mine jitters, everyone sees it. So that's, it is, as we know, and if you've been a long time watcher, it's happened from time to time. But it's the digital age we live in.
Oh, yeah.
Watching Curtis Sovereign here. He's not on the lead lap, but trying to hold on here. I believe he is the first car one lap down, the only car one lap down. So he was really waiting. He's wanting a quick caution. He'd actually like to have it before the stage break at lap 84. But nonetheless, if he can hold on to that position and no one else goes a lap down to Chris Essery, then Curtis will be right back in this thing, sitting in P11.
Yeah, up to this point, what is it? Kenneth Podium Pack has been kind of back there, mid-pack. It seems like we're talking to him each and every week. See what he can do here on the long run. This is kind of the first long run we've had tonight. That's where he usually shines, so looking to see what he can do. He's sitting in P5 at the moment.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of distance to make up to even Greg Barnett right in front of him. Is like 1.2, 1.3 seconds. And then it's like some 6 seconds up to our leader, Essery. But, yeah, never count out Kenneth Pack right up until the end. The 38 got out of line there. Must have got really loose off of 2. Able to hold on to it there, stay on pavement. I believe we heard him downshift twice right there. I don't know. We're going to have to hop. Let's hop on his helmet cam there and see what he's doing. Upshift. So on this end of the track, on the big end of the track, he keeps hitting 4th. Probably shift to 5th going down across the start-finish line here. Yep, 5th gear. Let's see if he drops it down to 3rd here. Down to 4th. Yep, down to 3rd into 1. Back up to 4th gear down the back stretch. leaves it in fourth all the way back until he crosses the start-finish line again. So he's hitting fifth between the start-finish line and turn 1, and then down to third. See what Chris Essery's doing here. He is down to third, going into 1. I mean, you can see it's still even a handful for our leader, who's some 2.5 seconds ahead of second place. Now he's going to third. That's interesting. He's going to third in 3 and 4 as well. Is the 22. It doesn't appear that he's going up to 5th, so he's just running third and 4th around the whole track. It's interesting. Let's see what we have.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Kerjelak's now heading down the backstretch here. He'll shift to 4th, up to 5th, back to 4th, and he runs 4th through the big end of the course. Turns 3 and 4. See if he goes to 3rd down to 1 and 2 as well. Up to 5th, down to 4th, down to 3rd. So yeah, it's very interesting watching how drivers approach this racetrack. James Babyface Nelson. He runs 4th gear through the wide end. Yeah, the leader is the only one I've seen go down to 3rd gear, going through the big end of the big corners 3 and 4.
Yeah, so a little bit of different, kind of driving style for most of these drivers. So far, Chris Essery has kind of put on a clinic here tonight. Over 3 seconds now over the 41.
Yeah, absolutely. With us just showing what he's doing, I wonder if any of the other drivers have changed up what they're doing. If they're watching the broadcast while they're driving, say, hey, maybe I'll try that. I doubt it. They don't pay attention to what we say up here anyway. It's probably best that they don't. Lap 76 of 144. Gonna make it to lap 84. Yeah, you got another 8 laps to go. I don't think the 22 is going to catch this 85. And as long as he doesn't pass another car and put him a lap down, then Curtis Sovereign would be granted the lucky dog. So he's hoping these laps tick off rather quickly right now, so that he can get that lap back and be back in this. Fortunate to see Michael Boone's number 5 sitting on pit road. It says I'm loving it across the back, and I can assure you he's not loving it. Not loving the paint scheme. He's not loving sitting on pit road with a broken car. He's probably not happy about it at the moment. He's probably pretty upset with me at this moment as well. But hey, you know what? What are friends for? Chris Essery is your leader with Michael Kerjelak in 2nd, James Nelson in 3rd, Greg Barnett in 4th, Kenneth Packus 5th. Zulu is in 6th position with Clayton Cyrus in 7th. Good rebound for him. Tyrone Yo is in 8th. Tyler Nelson is 9th. Gregory Robinson is in the 10th position. Not sure. He's on pit road. Early pit stop here for the 3. Tommy Osborne.
I don't think they could make it all the way on fuel, could they? On this stage? Or could they top off?
You know, I'm not sure.
Looks like most of them are on lap 49, so...
Yeah, 49.
Not sure.
Yeah, 40 more laps is all they would have needed. Less than 40 laps, right? So 35 laps. So yeah, they had plenty of fuel to get to the end.
Does look like Michael Boone has joined us in the booth. Michael, how you doing?
Hey guys, I figured I'd come talk to you guys for a minute.
Well, absolutely, man. So that was a pretty hard hit there, bud. And we've seen a couple of cars do that, get really close to hitting that inside wall, and unfortunately, your car was carrying a lot of steam when it came across the grass there. Tell us, man, are you feeling sore? Is everything good? You getting the car fixed? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, I'm sore. I did a rookie mistake and pushed the clutch in the panic, thinking that was the brake, so I just went straight into the wall. Yeah, and then I ended up having about 40 minutes worth of repairs, so it hurt.
Man, so
especially when I have a fast repair waiting for me.
Tell us a little bit about the paint scheme you're about to destroy here in your replay. Oh, that was just a hard direct hit. Straight into the wall, had to tow, broke the front suspension, tore the front of off the car. But tell us a little bit about the idea behind this paint scheme tonight. There was something about a bet, maybe?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty confident in my Dallas Stars, and Curtis hit me up right when I was getting ready to take off on a cruise, so there might have been some little alcoholic beverages possibly while we were making this bet.
Okay.
And I pretty much told him that Oilers were not going to win another game, and Stars got it in 6, and unfortunately Stars didn't get any of them, and they got eliminated out of the playoffs, and he wanted to bet basically the paint scheme of, the winner's choice. I already knew what it was going to be. It doesn't bother me racing Bubba Wallace's paint scheme. What bothers me is the Toyota.
Oh yes, that is. You are in a different manufacturer. I didn't even play that one in there, and it also says I'm loving it right above it. So yeah. So the worst part's you're in a Toyota. Well, listen, we're coming to one lap to go in this stage, man. Chris Essery has been tearing it up out there tonight. This kid is fast in that number 22 Ford.
Yeah, he is doing good. Everybody's doing good out there. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. And we appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Hey, man. Well, thanks for jumping in, bud. And I would say good luck out there, man. But good luck next week. We'll see you in next week's race for sure.
For sure. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Right, see you.
Yeah.
That was Michael Boone in the number 5 Toyota this week. Upset about the Toyota. Doesn't mind the Bubba Wallace scheme, he says. He's okay with eating some McDonald's, just doesn't care for the Toyota. Yeah, those guys don't play around with their bets there. As your winner of stage, the caution should be coming out now-ish. Yep, there it is.
There it is.
Your winner is Chris Essery with Michael Kurgelak in second. Chris sweeps the stages. Michael in second. James Nelson is third. Greg Barnett fourth. Fifth is Kenneth Pack. Zulu is sixth. Clayton Cyrus will finish 7th in the stage. Tyrone Yo 8th. Curtis Sawburn, 9th position, with Tommy Osborne getting the final point for the stage finish, finishing in the 10th spot. Unfortunately for Gregory Robinson pitting, I'm not sure why he had to pit, but, without these other guys having to pit, he was inevitably going to be a lap down and caught by the caution flag. So tough break. You can't really early pit here at such a small track. Must have had some sort of issue that brought him down pit road.
Yeah, not too sure on that one.
Nonetheless, we are at the end of stage 2 here. We are lap 86 of 144 here in the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144 for the Quick Finishers Racing League. This is the Sim World Racing Network. We appreciate each and every one of you for showing up and watching the broadcast tonight. We're going to be here all the way to the end of this thing. Then we're going to talk to the top 3 finishers. So, Dave, I mean, it's And about anyone's guess who's going to be in that top 3 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, so far Chris Essery has kind of run away with this. But anything can happen here. We got a restart coming. So yeah, hold on to something that could get interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 3 Fords in the top of this thing, bringing them down pit road now. The Ford of Essery, the Ford of Nelson, and the Ford of Kurjalak. As I'm going to bet everyone takes 4 tires this time, as I see 4 tires going up on just about every car. The 41 is off. Looks like the 75 is going to beat the 41 out to take that second spot. Chris Essery gets out of there first, has the best pit box for the race, as he was also the pole sitter, won both stages. Now just wants to win the most important stage, Dave, which is this last one. That's the one that takes the trophy home with it, or the virtual trophy.
This is for all the marbles right here.
We have the cars 1 lap more or more, 1 lap down or more, now entering pit road. If I could use my words tonight, that would be a good thing. Yeah, as you said, Dave, this is the most important stage of the race. We're going to restart here probably with about 54 laps to the end of this thing. They can run anywhere from 41 to 46 laps on a tank of fuel, so we know they'll be back down pit road. I don't know. What do you think? They're going to split this stage, or this last stage in half, or do you think we'll see guys try to run it out of fuel and just maybe splash and go, or 2 tires at the end? It stays green.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe we should ask Michael Boone on how far they can make it on fuel.
Well, I did get a message pre-race. It was 41 to 46, and
okay.
One gentleman sent it to me and said 44 is what he was getting on fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a variety of strategies. I think some may try to split this pit in 20, 25 laps or so. Maybe take tires. You're going to get some that probably run it out and take a splash and go. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't think the times have really, correct me if I'm wrong, haven't fallen off a ton over the course of a run. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy.
Now, we were seeing maybe a half second fall off throughout the runs that we've seen thus far. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a point if we stay green and run a full fuel run. I don't know if there'll be a point where maybe there's going to be a dramatic fall off, because I've seen that happen in a few races, a few different tracks, but don't know. We'll just have to see here if this thing goes green.
The only time will tell is it looks like they're crossing over here down the backstretch.
We will go green this time by. As Barney has the green flag in hand, waiting for the cars to come around through 3, then through 4. Pace car will dip off pit road this time by. Leader will hit the loud pedal inside the Geico restart zone, and this thing will be underway.
Yeah, as they get into that zone now, the 22's gone. Good jump for the 22. The 38, Greg Barnett's taking a look underneath the 41. Yep, and 38's going to take a look there into turn number 3 on the bottom. Oh, who is that? That's Zulu, I believe, around. Down through the grass here in turns 3 and 4.
No caution as he's off the track, Dave. So That's going to be very, very costly for the 98.
Now the 41 of Kerjelek looking back to the outside of Greg Barnett. Off of turn number 2 down the back. Still side by side as the 41 and the 38 as they work their way down the front stretch now.
I was surprised watching that 41 running a super high, like third lane there, and was able to carry the momentum as the 38 slides up.
Ooh, 38 had to really check up to keep from sliding up the track. Allows the 41 to get around on that outside. Again, now everything kind of sorted itself out, kind of single file, no big battles going on around the track. Tough break for Zulu there just a few laps ago. Without the yellow coming out, he has lost pace. Looking about 17, almost 18 seconds behind our leader now.
Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate. Makes it really hard to come back from when it's that far. That much of a loss there. What he's really hoping for now is some unfortunate luck by another driver for sure. No such thing for Chris Esri out of Bakersfield, California. He is running away with this thing, winning the pole, winning the first 2 stages. Now looking at about a 1.3 second lead over James Nelson. Clicking off some of the faster laps on the track. His best lap's a 34.80, and his last lap was a 34.88.
Yeah,
so,
right now, Chris Esri is the only car in the 34-second bracket. So, definitely putting down some really, really good laps here.
James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry. Holding on to that second position. He's running 35 flats, but Chris Esri still running in the 34-second bracket. 34.95 his last time by. Michael Kerjelek in third. He's kind of running right along with James Nelson there. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. We missed Greg Barnett there. Greg Barnett in the Night Owl So's number 38 out of Lyman, South Carolina. Currently running in the 4th position. Kenneth Pack from Greer, South Carolina, holding on to that 5th spot. Kenneth Podium Pack, as we call him here at Sim World Racing Network. Dave coined the phrase, so thank you, Dave. And Curtis Auburn, who just got his lap back, has now rebounded to the 6th position here out of Hudson, North Carolina. Good run for, a good rebound for Curtis. Clayton Cyrus is in the 7th position. We're not sure where Clayton Cyrus is from, but we're sure he's from somewhere around here. Tyrone Yo from New York, Pennsylvania, holding on to the 8th position in that number 2 Campbell Chevrolet. Oops. Running his Tie Racing Apex Campbell machine. Zulu is in the 9th position. We just noted Zulu having a little bit of problem there. Zulu out of Hungary, out of somewhere in Hungary. I'm not gonna. Dave, where's that again? I can't pronounce it. So.
I can't remember already.
But we do know it's Hungary. That is your top 9. Tommy Osborne is 10th. I believe he's the first couple laps down out of East Lynn, West Virginia. We're on the Night Owl So's number 1 Chevy. Tyler Nelson in his Crutchfield Home Services number 85 machine in the 11th position. Michael Bover is 12th as Michael is in the grass down there. Get out of the grass, Michael. In his Krispy Kreme coffee machine. Gregory Robinson has left the building. So, you know, he may have pit for a different reason there, Dave. Michael Boone, as we spoke with him earlier, had a little bit of trouble. As we have 44 laps to go here in the Quick Finish Racing League Cup Series. Bubba Boone's Bad Bet 144 from the Worldwide Technology Raceway here in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, kind of looking back to the field, no big battles going on at the moment.
As we were going through the field, I believe Michael Kerjelak was able to get around James Nelson. If I remember correctly, James Nelson was in second, now back to third. Curtis Sauburn has moved up to the 5th position now, getting around the 38 of Greg Barnett. Dave, this time by, these guys are going to move into the window where we're being told that there's no doubt they could make it to the end. Now, again, we heard anywhere from 41 to 46, but, you know, at 41 laps to the end of this race, everyone is within window now. Because the 98 is on pit road. Getting serviced under his car. Left sides are down. Should be pulling away. Oh, he has a hold.
Yeah, so we'll see what the strategy is for these front runners here. If it's me, I like the short pit. I would come now, get those fresh tires, put them to use, and see what happens. But do not make a mistake on pit road. It will cost you the race at this point, or this juncture in the race. So,
unfortunately for Zulu, he's still on pit road. He must have had a 40-second hold for speeding entering pit road.
Ooh, yeah, that may have been.
Greg Barnett is down.
All right, Zulu is now off and on his way. Like you said, Greg Barnett's in. It looks like 4 tires for Greg. See someone else. That's Zulu coming off pit road.
Michael Bover. Still sitting on pit road. Good battle from second to about the 5th spot here.
I'm just going to say it. Don't count Kenneth Pack out quite yet. He's sitting there in 4th position, currently pulling faster lap times than those 2 in front of him. Just looking for a way around at the moment. Looks like Kenneth Pack's going to get to the outside of James Nelson in that 75 AutoServe car. Down here into turn 3.
Just doesn't want James to slide up. Just please don't slide up, James. Says Kenneth.
James gets a little loose there off of turn 4. It's going to allow Kenneth to grab that position, move Kenneth into the 3rd spot.
Meanwhile, this has allowed the 6 of Sovereign to close right in on these guys.
I guess the question is, when are these leaders going to hit pit road?
So easy for someone to mess up and cause a caution here. Short pitting is a good idea for being able to beat the leader, or to make time, as we see the 6 now looking to the inside of the 75. But
James Nelson had a big wheel out of 2.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would want to short pit the leader, but I don't want to get caught if someone has an incident. Then you're just gonna ruin your whole day by one drive where you're just spinning and not spinning off track, but you're going up and hitting an outside wall or something. It really ruin your day.
Yeah, right now I'm showing 7 cars on the lead lap.
Let's put it in perspective. Greg Barnett is on fresh tires, as he's been down pit road on lap 103. Our leader ran a 35.34 last time by. Greg Barnett ran a 35.26. So not quite a tenth of a second per lap is the gain there with 17 laps difference. Now for Barnett, he's running about maybe 2/10 faster than second place, but running about equal times with the leader now. So it can definitely net him some positions with that strategy. Just may not get him to the leader, as the leader is able to really maintain even on this longer run.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Estery's out to almost 4 seconds, so 3.76 seconds out over Michael Kerjelak. So he's just putting down solid laps, lap after lap here.
The Sovereign is on pit road. Get his service taken care of. Tyrone Yo now down pit road as well. Bringing that number 2 machine in for service.
James Nelson now is on pit road. Kenneth Pack has hit the entrance road here, coming to pit road. got Michael Kerjelak now coming to pit road as well. Chris Essery's still going to be on track.
As is Clayton Cyrus. Oh.
4 tires and fuel for Kenneth Pack. I think the 22 is still going to stay on track here.
Here's a guy that wants to see a caution gun. He didn't want to earlier, but I can tell you he does now. You get nearly the field or some of your fastest competition a lap down or 2 laps down. It's a good time to kind of stick them there.
Yeah, but if this goes green, this is gonna help some of these guys like Kenneth Pack to make up a little bit of ground here on the fresh tires. As the 22, let's see, he's coming now, so the 22's hitting that access road now. That's going to hand the lead over to, looks like, Clayton Cyrus.
Yeah, it may have helped Nelson gain just a bit, as he was about a half second faster his last lap, but I don't know that they were able to click off very many consecutive laps before the 22 came down, that were faster than the leader. We had Greg Barnett, but he was running about the same lap times as our leader. Kenneth Pack is back down pit road.
Oh no.
That's not good for Pack.
That looks like a penalty possibly for Kenneth Pack.
It's podium Pack, not penalty Pack, Dave. I told you.
It looks like it was a pass through.
Unfortunate mistake for the 16. It passed through maybe an unsafe exit or something. I didn't see it, but I'm not sure I was actually watching the exit either. So Clayton Cyrus has these guys a lap down now, pretty much the field. I take that back. He's got some of these guys are 20-some seconds back, I guess, but not quite.
Yeah, Clayton's sitting about almost 19 seconds out ahead of Chris Essery at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like the top 6 are currently on the lead lap, with Curtis Sauber being in the 6th position. But keep in mind, Clayton Cyrus still has to pit. With 24 laps to go here for the Quick Finishers Racing League Club Series right here on the Sim World Racing Network. This is the Bubba Boones Bad Network 44 from St. Louis. The Worldwide Technology Raceway, or better known as Gateway. Very fun track, Dave. I enjoyed myself at this track. Even jumped out and did an official, because I don't run those often, but I jumped out and did one and pumped up my A rating just a little bit by doing it. Got my safety rating, got through this thing in an A-class official with 0X, so that was pretty good. It was a fun ride. Yeah, that really helped James Nelson. He's down within 1 second of Chris Essery now. Michael Kerjelak just back a little bit, about 2 seconds behind Essery. So once Clayton Cyrus pits, this will be your race for the lead. But you have Essery running a 34.71 on his last lap, and James Nelson running a 35.09. Kerjelak's 34.88. So Kerjelak's still running on pace with the 22, but how long will this hold up for these guys who pitted a little bit before him? See, James Nelson pitted 4 laps before Essery did, and Michael Kerjelak pitted 2 laps before Essery did. But yeah, you're right, Dave. I mean, it definitely helped them gain a lot of that track position, as they were some 4 seconds behind. Now James Nelson is just a second and a half. But that gap is growing as we speak. Oh, as the 75 gets way out of line down there, down towards that inside wall. Didn't quite get off the track. But, yeah, that was the thing that bit old Bubba Boone in his bad bet paint scheme there. Made him wreck a Yoder. we're coming to 20 laps to go for Clayton Cyrus, who is your leader in the number 05 Haviland machine. We know he's going to have to hit pit road again. I don't believe he can make it on fuel, or pretty well know he can't make it on fuel. Should be down in the next maybe 5 laps at least. Let's see, lap 86 was the last time he was on pit road. If they can run 140 laps, that'd be 120. Yeah, so we're looking at the next 4 or 5 laps here. You know, Dave, I was looking at these Yoders and the way their headlight design is across the front grille. You could basically just put a set of eyes on the front of them, like up on the hood, and it would make a pretty cool smiley face. Toyotas look like they're smiling at you as they go down the front stretch there, or back stretch. Desiree is now pulled out 3.1 seconds, 3.2 seconds over James Nelson, who's in the 3rd position. James Nelson and Michael Kerjelak, that battle is heating up for that 3rd position.
Yeah, I know like Kenneth Pack right now is probably hoping and praying for a yellow to get him back on the lead lap. He is the first car a lap down. He may be 2 laps down to Clayton. I'm not 100% sure.
We'll check that on scoring and timing next time by. I believe he's only 39 seconds behind Clayton at the moment. And since these are 35-second laps, yeah, he's only 1 lap down, so he's actually going to be on.
Okay, so yeah, Clayton's coming off of turn 2 now, and right now Kenneth Pack is coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, so once Clayton hits, technically he'll be back on the lead lap.
But Chris Essery is not far behind at all. Now just 5.5 seconds behind Clayton.
Yeah,
Kenneth
Clayton
Pack is kind of in between them.
22 is off of 4, and now is at the line right now. So yeah, if you pack, you got to get moving, or this 22 is going to gobble you up. And you really, like you say, you're going to need that caution to get back in this thing. As the 41 and 75 still battling it out here for that 3rd position. Kerjelak making multiple attempts to get around the 75, unable to get it done. Excuse me. Kenneth Pack looking to get his lap back from the 05 machine. Our leader, 15 laps to go. Here is Clayton Cyrus. Kenneth Pack in the 16 looking to get that lap back. Currently right now behind the leader. Going to try to look to his inside here, see if he can get on around him. And does. We're starting to see that yellow car of Chris Essery, that 22 shell car, kind of getting into the picture with our leader.
Clayton's coming to pit road now. He's now on the access road, so hand the lead back over to Chris Essery.
James Nelson is 2nd, with the 41 and Kerjelak in 3rd. Curtis Saubern is 4th, with Greg Barnett in the 5th position. Kenneth Pack back on the lead lap for the time being in 6th. The 75 and 41 are working to the inside of the 2 of Tyrone Yo, who is currently a lap down. in the 8th position. You know, I've raced this 75 before, and he is very hard to catch in the late going of these races. I've been behind him a couple times this season where I'm trying to run him down. It doesn't seem I can gain a little, and then I lose a little, and then I gain a little and lose a little. And that seems to be what's going on with the 41 of Kurgelak as well. As Kurds is back up to the back bumper of the 75 to try to take away this second spot. Chris Essery's pulled out to some 6 seconds ahead of this battle. So he is not looking back in that number 22 machine. The leader is coming through 3 now, 3 and 4. Back to the start-finish line to take 10 to go here in the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144. 134 laps down, 10 laps to go. Right here with the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series on the SimWorld Racing Network. Glad you're here to join us tonight. Be sure and hit that thumbs up button. Click the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell as the 41 is now looking to the inside of the 75 to take over that second spot. He's got the 75 washed up the hill. Can the 75 of Nelson hold on? He does. Carries that momentum off the corner. Able to run the high side, low side, wherever he wants to run. But there's no one faster here with 10 laps to go than Chris Essery, out 7 seconds ahead of this battle for second. But we're going to stick with this battle right here, Dave, as this seems to be the closest thing happening on track at the moment.
Yeah, the 41 of Kurgelak's trying to work back. See if he can get a nose in into turn 1. It looks like he's going to try.
Inside the set.
Oh, contact.
Make a little contact. Both drivers able to hold on to it. 41 hits the pedal coming off. Going to get a really good run on that inside line. 75 hanging tough on the outside. Door to door as they head down into 3. 41 had to check up a little bit earlier. 75 drives it in, and now the 41 comes back on the inside. Door to door once again, exiting 4. Back to the start-finish line. Give it to the 41. He's going to clear the 75 there. I believe the 75 may have gotten up into the wall just a little bit.
A great battle there for the second position. Give it to Kurgelak for the moment. See if James Nelson has anything to get back to the 41. Right now, it's all 41 out in front of the 75.
Yeah, props to Kurgelak for doing something I couldn't. Like I say, I've tried a couple times this season. I couldn't get done late in the running with the 75, so good on him. Chris Essery now out to almost 8 seconds, 7.8 seconds over Michael Kurgelak in second, James Nelson third, Curtis Saubern in fourth, and Greg Barnett in the 5th position. And Dave, once again, we have failed. We failed to do our ride along with Dell again today. It's probably good for Curtis because he's going to have a good run on this race, sitting in 4th position, and well, he doesn't. We seem to give him a little bit of that broadcaster curse each and every time we get on board with him. But yeah, good on Curtis for a good run today. He was able to rebound from some trouble there early on, get a lap back, and has now motored his way back up into that 4th position. Greg Barnett is running 5th. A good run for him. Kenneth Pack still on the verge of going a lap down there. He's some 34 seconds. I believe the leader is right behind him, actually. Kenneth Pack sets in 6th, trying to hold on, stay on the lead lap as we're coming to 5 to go here this time by. You know, and I'm one of those drivers, and I think Kenneth's kind of the same way, that I want to finish every single lap of the race, right? So there's kind of a lot to be said for that. And if you could stay ahead of that leader, you do whatever you can to stay ahead of him. Now,
yeah, absolutely. I think he's going to run as hard as he can right here for the next 4 laps.
Yeah, obviously, if you're already a lap down, you don't fight the leader too much to slow him up. But if I'm going to go a lap down, 5 to go, I don't know what's going to happen. There's green-white checkers. There's all kinds of things that could occur if an incident was to come out. You'd much rather be on the lead lap than maybe getting a lucky dog or something of that nature where you have to start behind all these other lapped cars. So yeah, I'm gonna be tough to pass. I'm gonna be as wide as humanly possible to keep that driver from getting around me here in the final laps of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you kind of have to do. Like you said, you don't know what's going to happen here. Caution could come out, could change everything. So,
and if I'm the 22, I know that too. So I'm not sure I press the 16 too much, but the 16 kind of goes high here, opens the door for the 22. Going to use that momentum on the high side to try to hold on to the lead lap. Can't get it done. Might have even smacked the wall there a little bit on exit. 22 gets around and puts 16 one lap down, 6th position. Curtis Sauber able to get around James Nelson to take over the 3rd spot. James must have had an issue because he dropped back really quick after getting passed by Kerjelak. He's now fallen some 9 seconds behind Kerjelak, so something's happened to that 75 machine. We will get the white flag this time by. Once the 22 comes by this time, we get the white flag, and the next flag will end the race. White flag for the number 22 of Chris Essery as he brings it down into 1. Flawless race thus far. Sat on the pole, wins the 1st stage, wins the 2nd stage. The driver of the number 22 Ford, Chris Essery, heading into 3. If he can just make it out of 1 more corner and down the straight stretch, will win the Bubba Boones Bad Belt 144. As it comes out of 4, your winner, the number 22, Chris Essery. Good job for Chris, man. He did everything you need to do, everything you want to do every single race, right? You want to win it all.
Yeah, definitely total domination here tonight for Chris Essery. Led pretty much the whole thing. Like you said, stage 1, stage 2, and you're winner of the race. So
yeah, let's not forget the pole position too, because he won everything that was up for grabs here. He won, I believe he was fastest in practice as well. So Chris very good at this track, but nonetheless, Michael Kerjelak finished 2nd, Curtis Sauber in 3rd. So let's bring in Curtis Sauber and talk to him about his podium finish here tonight.
Curtis, Dave in the booth, you got us?
I do, sir. How are y'all?
Hey, not too bad. Hey, great recovery. You had a little bit of issue early on, and at one point I think you may not have had a nose on that car. I'm not too sure, but a good run getting back to that 3rd position there. Tough track. How'd it feel out there tonight?
Give me 1 second, Dave. I'm sorry. Hang on.
So we watched the number 22 of Chris Essery doing the just taking a backwards lap around the track here.
Polish victory lap for the 22.
Lap, yep. After doing a pretty good burnout there at the start finish line. We'll try to get
boys,
a word.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to turn off the other chat. They were talking my ear off.
Hey, no worries, man. Listen, you got to really, after having a little bit of trouble early on, you had a great run to you got your lap back, and able to get this thing back up into 3rd position. We talked about it. How we had missed doing the ride along with Curtis Dale today, and then we kind of said, you know what? It seems like when we do, we end up giving him that broadcaster's curse, and something ends up happening on that start there. So, you're probably lucky we didn't do one today, but man, P3, how did it go from your perspective?
It went pretty good. Like Dave said at the beginning, I just pushed it a little bit trying to keep up with 22, and I nosed it in the front wall, and it kind of hurt there at the beginning. And then going to pit, for some odd reason, smoke stopped on the track, and I got a black flag, so I had to hold. So that put me a lap down. And then just battled my way back all race, man. I had a good car. I just wish that stuff wouldn't happen. I could have fought a little bit harder.
Yeah, man. Well, you definitely put on a good show. You got back up there, so you fought pretty hard. It was a really a really good battle. Watching you kind of work your way back up through this thing. Congratulations on a P3. The floor is yours.
I appreciate it. No, I just want to thank you guys, thank AutoServe and everybody that sponsors everything each and every week, man. I really appreciate you guys.
Hey, man. Yeah, congratulations to you. We'll send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we see you next week here in the top 3.
Thank you, boys.
All right, man. We'll see you. That was Curtis Sauburn, the number 6 Ford, finishing in 3rd position tonight. Let's see if we can get Michael Kurgelak in here and give him a shout, see what how his race went from his perspective.
Hey, Kurt, it's David in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congrats on the runner-up spot there, 2nd position. You were just kind of there all night, but did anyone have anything for that 22?
Man, that 22, he was on a whole different level tonight. I could knock a little time off, and then I would make a little mistake, and he was on point tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man, I was watching the first of all, the track seemed very, very slick out there tonight. The temperatures were way high at the beginning of the race. Cooled off just a little bit, it looked like, but you guys did one heck of a job keeping these things under you. There were a few incidents, a few slips and slides and things happening, but this track being like being on looked like ice out there at times. But the battle between in this last stint, actually late in this run, between you and the 75, man, that looked like a lot of fun. You trying to take over that 2nd position from him. You want to talk about that a little bit, about how that run went or that particular pass went? Because it seems like you tried to set him up over and over and over again, and then we're finally able to come through with it.
I gotta give all props to James because he can outbreak me bigger and crap on that one, man. He was on point, but I knew I was wearing him down, and I knew eventually I would get him. But he was tough. He was very tough.
Yeah, listen, it was fun to watch from up here in the booth. But congratulations on P2. Hopefully we'll talk to you again next weekend after next week's race. But the floor is yours, man. Anything you want to say or anybody you want to shout out?
Well, hopefully I'll get a W next time. But no, I just want to say thanks to you guys and thanks to QFRL and it was just a good race to everybody.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, listen, again, congratulations on 2nd. Hopefully we'll talk to you in Victory Lane next week. And you go and celebrate with your friends, man, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
All right, that was the number 41 Ford of Michael Kurgelak finishing in P2 tonight. Do we have Chris Essery, Dave?
I believe so, Chris. Right. Yeah. Hey, Chris, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, flawless run tonight. That was pretty impressive. It looks like this track suits you very well. How was it for you overall? A little slick out there. You were able to. Well, you obviously conquered it, but how was the track tonight?
Yeah, it was very, very slick on exit, and you could even lock it up on entry. Like this race was just basically like find your average lap where you're not pushing or nothing, and you just got to run that, even though you're racing other people. Like that was the key, really.
Well, look, man, your average lap was faster, way faster than everybody else's tonight. Heck of a good run. Congratulations on the victory. I think Dave said it best. It was a flawless run. Look, you sat on the pole, you won, swept both stages or all 3 stages to win this thing. I believe, this was called the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144, but I believe you could have bet with about anybody on this track tonight, and you would have won that as well. Did you get a lottery ticket?
Man, thank you. No, I didn't, but I should, honestly.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. If you do, I want a percentage for, thinking about it. But no. Anyway, listen, congratulations on your victory tonight, man. It was fun watching you smoke the field. The floor is yours.
Just give a shout out to my brother. He crew chiefed me tonight. He made all the calls in pit lane and the green flag stops. And then shout out to Clayton. We were talking during the race, and he made it very enjoyable for me.
Well, listen, man. Yeah, Clayton finished with a 8th position tonight, so it was a good run for Clayton. But man, listen, that was great watching you do this. Congratulations on a Quick Finisher Racing League Cup Series win here tonight in the Bubba Boones Bad Bet 144. We're gonna go ahead and send you back to celebrate with the rest of the guys, man. Again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. See ya. That was Chris Essery and the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford getting it done here tonight for the Quick Finishers Racing League, Bubba Boone's Bad Bet 144 here in St. Louis at the Worldwide Technology Raceway or Gateway, whichever you want to call it. But I don't know, Dave. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give a full field rundown right quickly. As your winner tonight, Chris Essery finishes first. Michael Kerjelak finishes in the 2nd position with Curtis Saubern in 3rd. James Nelson finishes in the 4th position with Greg Barnett in 5th. Kenneth Peck was 6th with Tyrone Yo Jr. finishing in the 7th position.
Yeah, 8th is going to go to Clayton Cyrus. 9th to Tommy Osborne. 10th goes to Zulu. 11th, Tyler Nelson. 12th, Michael Bovair. 13th, Gregory Robinson. 14th, Michael Boone, and 15th will go to Rick Evans.
Yeah, Dave, so your final thoughts on tonight?
It's a fun, this track's fun. It's different, I think, is what makes it fun. It's unique, very flat track, shaped similar to Darlington. Just kind of an oddball, really, oddball track. But it is fun to go to places that we don't typically run at or get to run at much. So definitely fun. Watching these cars slip and slide, a little bit of door banging at times, just guys getting in too hot, sliding up the track. Overall, a fun race.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a blast here up in the booth with you tonight, Dave. Enjoyed watching these drivers of the Quick Finishers Racing League run this race tonight. It looks like next week we will be off for the Quick Finishers Racing League. We're off to... If I grab our schedule real quick, it looks like next week we will be at Sonoma.
It's going to be at Sonoma, yep.
Yeah, going to run at Sonoma. That's a fun track, a little under 2 miles there. As the Real Life NASCAR Cup Series will be there this weekend. Next Friday we'll be there right here on Sim World Racing Network. But before we get there, we're still off this Sunday. The Truck Series for the All-American Racing League is still in an off week, I do believe. Yes, they're still off, but on Tuesday night, you will find the All-American Racing League Cup Series is going to New Hampshire. That's going to be a fun track. It's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding. Another flat track. Very dependent on your acceleration, your throttle control off the corner. But anyway, you can catch that right here at about 7:30, 7:45. About 8 o'clock. Right here on the Sim World Racing Network. And then next Friday, we'll be back here for Sonoma for the Quick Finishers Racing League.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it tomorrow night is the Katie Memorial?
That is right. So
you'll be doing that one tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'll have to miss that.
Yep.
That one. I may be able to jump in late, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow night at around 7:30 p.m. Still checking on the exact start time of the race. I think it's going to start at 7:45. The race will. So right here on Sim World Racing Network, it's going to be the Katie Robinson Memorial 500 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we've got a pretty good size field. Let me take a look. It looks like there were 24 entries for that. Hopefully everyone will be able to make it that has qualified and ready to go. Hopefully a few more. You never know. Last minute entries there, but be sure and tune into that. Should be a really, really good time. And it's going to give us an opportunity to try to raise a little bit of money for the Katie Robinson Memorial scholarship to JSSU. But nonetheless, all that aside, we're going to do it in memory of Katie Robinson. That's Greg Robinson's sister, who passed away a few years ago in a tragic accident, and we're going to honor her memory tomorrow in that race. So be sure and tune in here, right here with the Sim World Racing Network. I am David. That was David. We're the Davids, and we're out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.